Alright, here we go. Modern Shinobi Girls Code Ice Queen has been added. Alright, we have the Yumi story now. You can select Guessing Girls Academy from the school select menu. Way ahead of you there, buddy. Alright, so, I do have the special edition, so there is gonna be a couple of DLC things that we can, get a hold of right now. But, I'll just keep everything, I'll keep everything as is for now. But, let me go ahead and give you a bit of a tour of, the entire game. I tend to do this, for the most part, ever since Estivalversus. I always like to just go through all of the menus so that we can see what we're up against, and then we can really fully play the game proper. So, if you guys want to see me get into the gameplay immediately, then feel free to skip around the video until I get there. So, yeah. Hell, it might not even be in this episode, it might even be in another episode. I am actually not keeping time as to how long I'm actually recording. I'm just playing this game because there's new Senran Kagura finally, and I just want to go balls deep into all of these girls. That sounds really, really wrong. But anyway, we can do mission. And so mission is basically the story. There we go. Clearing a mission will unlock the next mission and advance the story. If you do not have a brain that is based on logic, then you should be very happy that this game clears that doubt out for you. You can change the difficulty by pressing X. And yeah, easy, normal, hard. So 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. Exactly the same as in any Senran Kagura game. It has always been like this. Each mission is tied to a specific character, but it can be replayed once you clear it. So yeah, you can only, the very first time you do a mission, you have to do it with the character that it's featured on there. But after that, you can literally do anybody. Doesn't matter what faction. So you can also do training. Basically, if you wanna brush up on your moves, on your skills, if you wanna simply check out all the different stages that are available, which by the way, there are a lot of. I just realized that now. All of the many different stages, 25 stages. There's a 1 before that, so I'm assuming there's like a 2 on the Hebicho side, I have no idea. But yeah, man, that's a fuck ton of stages, I didn't even realize that. But yeah, so that's just training, almost like tutorial-y kind of stuff. And then this is for the story. There's a bunch of top secret files that you can get, requirements, which is basically just, kick everyone's ass and beat the boss at the end. That's usually how this goes. There's a little blurb there for the mission and what you have to do. At the bottom, you can see main shinobi. Actually, I have a mouse. I'm playing this on PC, so there we go. You should be able to see my mouse. So down here, you can see, you know, the main shinobi, the phase, the name, the level, experience points, health, attack, defense, that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, so if you press X, which is actually not working right now, maybe you have to beat the level first. Yeah, it's not letting me switch the difficulty. Maybe after you beat it one time, you can go back and do it in another difficulty. You can skip the story with triangle, but again, if this is your first time doing this level, you cannot skip it. Only after you've done everything the way that it's meant to be one time, then the game gives you a lot more freedom in skipping the story, switching the difficulty, switching out the characters, the clothing, all of that. So, you know, first, just do it the canon way, and then you can manipulate everything in whatever way that you want after you do it one time. Alright, so of course, as you keep continuing on with the story, there'll be more levels, and yeah, that's basically what it is. The main game. Whenever you tell me what is the game is mission mode. Now let's move on to the rest. By the way, I love these. We're all in the regular ninja room. If you guys have played Shinobi-versus, this is the same room. But yeah, this features everybody, all of the different students doing all of their characteristic things, which I think is a really, really, really good touch. This is probably the best improvement out of this remake, is that they really put a lot of detail, more camera angles, is more dynamic. You can see everybody doing their thing. They really did put a lot of love and attention into the interface, the UI, the menus, and I appreciate that. I absolutely do. And I really want to make clear all the things that I like, because there are a lot of things that I don't like out of this game, but we'll get to that when, yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But so far, let's just stay on the positive side and go to the dressing room. And of course, you can see Katsuragi there, rummaging around a bunch of different shelves, looking at panties and shit. Yeah, so Katsuragi just being a perv, like us. You know, that she's on our side. Alright, so, here is the dressing room. So there's a bunch of different things that you can do. So the first one is the obvious one, which, yeah, you can change the clothing, you can, with the analog sticks, you can move around all of this. If you press, yeah, so down there, at the bottom of the screen, you can see a whole bunch of different, you know, controls. I think if you tap, yeah, there we go. If you click on the sticks, I think, there's a bunch of different ways that you can do this. Or maybe not, maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. There is a diorama mode where you can take, like, pictures and stuff, and so there's a bunch of different, like, controls and things that you can do, a bunch of different ways to change the camera angle and whatever. But yeah, wait, no, there we go. So yeah, here's all the clothing. You can change the color. There are 5 different colors for every single outfit. So yeah, you're definitely not gonna run out of options here. There's a ton of different outfits, sometimes different versions of the same thing. So here's the regular Hanzo uniform. This is for Asuka specifically because of the scarf. But then you have a regular Hanzo uniform, which has nothing in particular on it, just a normal ass, you know, uniform. And then you have unbuttoned, which is the Katsuragi specific outfit. Now this one kind of sucks because you have that big tie getting in the way. This would actually be so much better if you could just remove the tie, but you can't. It's just there teasing you. You have a guessing uniform as well. So of course that's because of Yumi. If you buy her as a DLC character, I assume that you automatically have access to this uniform. And then you have the Heavy Joe uniform, which, you know, I kind of don't like it because the skirt is way too long. So I'm gonna go for Micro Mini. Yeah, I like that. And do color 4. There we go. This is the way fucking God intended. Alright, now we have Heavy Joe uniform loose, with loose socks and stuff. This is more for, I think, Homura. And then damaged, with knee socks. So this is the Hikage look. Of course, it's all torn, and oh my Christ. I love this one. I mean, the thigh-high socks definitely are a fantastic extra, but the fact that it's torn at the top, whoo boy. And then, long skirt. So if you really want to go all out with the classic look, yeah, you can have a super duper long one. This is Mirai's version of the outfit. Okay, now here's a couple of the pet peeves. So if you buy the special edition or pre-order the game, you get special DLC codes for this outfit, which is the old Hanzo uniform. Now, you can buy this and download this as DLC, but my big problem with this is that this outfit already existed. Okay, maybe not exactly this outfit, but, you know, again, the old Hanzo uniform type of thing. This has already existed for free in the original 3DS version 1, and in every single game after this one, after the original burst, this uniform just kind of comes with the game. Like, you unlock it, you can buy it, you can have it, you know, without having to buy it with real money as DLC. Which to me is like a giant blow. Like I remember like that little bit on the neck part, it's clear. Usually there's color in that, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they changed the design just a little bit so that they can say, no, it's new, it's different. But in essence, especially with the name, Old Hanzo Uniform, this outfit was already a thing and existed for free. Why the fuck do you have to, you know, get this as DLC now is beyond me. Also, another one is this one. This outfit only exists in Senran Kagura Burst. Again, for free, after you unlock it after a certain point into the game. Why can't you unlock it in this, just plain the regular game? Why can't you unlock it naturally? Why did you have to bar it off as DLC or as like a pre-order bonus? I don't understand that. That is stupid, that is money hungry, that is anti-consumer, and I do not like it at all. So, I know that Xseed is not necessarily the ones responsible for this. I think it's more Marvelous in the Japanese side of things. But whoever decided this, fuck you. But there we go. You can do different colors. But yeah, I got the special edition, so I have access to these 2 outfits. But if you just buy the game base as is, you do not have these outfits that existed for free as a regular unlockables in the original Senran Kagura Burst. So yeah, just think about that. You have to like buy them separately, or yeah, that's not cool. Now one thing that I do appreciate, back to positivity now, is that you have 2 different Homura outfits. So you have the Homura transformation outfit from the original SK Burst story. But then you'll also have the other Homura outfit from the Crimson Squad, which happens after Burst. So I like that they keep both versions. Yeah, so this is the more like, yeah, okay, not a part of Heavy Joe anymore, but still kind of in that same spirit. Yeah, so Yumi's outfit, Ikage, Mirai. Oh yeah, so you have Yumi's outfit and her swimsuit. Yeah. So again, because of this Yumi DLC, you can actually unlock her swimsuit as well. I assume that everyone else's swimsuits are also here. Also, yeah, so Cutie Melon. Okay, so finally we're getting to stuff that is actually new and might actually be maybe a little bit more justified in having it be a pre-order bonus, because as far as my knowledge, these outfits did not exist before. These are entirely new, and yes, these are a bonus for the limited edition, or if you pre-order, you can have these as well. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure these are new, but, yeah, I just wish that everything was new and not some fucking recycled-ass stuff that was free before. So, I just want to let you guys know about that, because, yeah, that's just a slap in the face to all of the fans of Senran Kagura that have followed the series so faithfully up until now. And you do this shit where, like, you take away content and you just charge it back? Like, no. And of course, you have another layer to this, which is all of the underwear. High leg, rainbow. So again, you know, they really make you think that there's a ton of different underwear. There really isn't. There's only a small chunk of it design-wise. So let's see, you have the strawberry one, right? But then you move over down here, and there's also, again, strawberry, but it's high leg. Totally different. But then you have thong, strawberry. Yeah, they artificially padded out the list to make it look like there's a lot of underwear, because in PBS, they had a smaller amount, but you could switch. In the same way that you can switch the hair color with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can do that, but with the underwear. So it would just be different types of bottoms for the underwear. But here, I guess they were trying to say, like, nah, we want to make them think that, you know, that there's a lot of content here, so we're gonna divide it all out into its own thing, when the reality is the same, like maybe, what, like 10 to 12 different underwear designs, but just different styles to the same thing. So yes, artificially making it seem like it's a lot, but it's really not. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like all of this is, the same shit, so, but just, you know, expanded to kind of make it look like it's different, but it's not. Alright, so the hairstyles. So, again, as you progress through the game, you tend to unlock more hairstyles. And here are all of them. These are all of them for all of the characters. But eventually you are able to buy, different hairstyles, that don't belong to the characters. And again, you know, a lot of them are DLC, a lot of them are, you know, hairstyles that we have seen many times before. Yeah, Senran Kagura is really, really bad at actually expanding and giving us more. And whenever they do give us more, they don't include it in the game. They just charge us for it. Which, yeah, you know, it's a little disappointing. But, you know, considering that the base game is only $40 and the special edition is $50, I guess they're trying to justify it in that way by making the base game cheaper. But that still doesn't excuse the fact that there's a lot of content in here from the previous games that were in here for free, and now it's not. And again, they can keep giving that excuse of like, oh, we're trying to stay true to the original game, because in the original game, none of this was here. But like, that's bullshit. You know, that's just an excuse to continue charging you for DLC that they have no business charging you for. Alright, but at least you have Yumi Vereen X, you know? You have the Cutie Melon hair clip. You have the Yomi hat, the Haruka ribbon. Yeah, these are all just for the head. But then you have face stuff. Oh yeah, these are earrings. Yeah, earrings. Change the color as well. Yumi badge, legs, chest. Right now, all of this is empty. But believe me, we're gonna accumulate a lot of this as time goes on. Alright, skin tone. So this is actually a completely brand new thing to this game only. And that is you can give the characters a tan. You can actually change their skin color, which I think is a brilliant addition. I actually like this a lot. Finally, something that I'm happy about that's new and free. Because they could have easily have done this. They could have been like, oh, the skin color texture pack. And then they could have sold that to me for like fucking 99 cents each. But no, they didn't. It's free. And it's included in the game at launch. So that's good, at least. God damn. But yeah, you can make Asuka brown. And I specified to have tan lines. So there we go. If you can see up close there we go. You can see the tan lines already. I think if I have the thong, it'll actually give me much more clear tan lines. But yeah, you can do regular tan where there are no lines. She's just brown all over. Just shove her into the toaster and she pops out looking like this. Normal, so this is just her regular skin color. The fact that they have the white-ass skin color be normal, like, are you implying something, Marvelous? Why is this one normal and why not this one normal? Well, whatever. I'm joking. I'm not actually offended over the white skin being labeled normal. I'm just fucking around. I'm joking. I'm pushing y'all buttons. Look, if it makes you feel any better, there's the pale one, which is also really, really white. And then the default. The default is just the regular skin color that the characters have. I really don't see any difference from this one and the normal one. Unless you want me to make up bullshit and then have you guys say that, you know, have me tell you that maybe the default one is a little darker than the normal one, but I honestly don't see the difference between normal and default. I don't know why that's two different options. But hey, maybe when we screw around with Homura, who is tan by default, maybe we will see a difference. Maybe because Asuka's super duper white, we don't see a difference, but yeah. Oh, and by the way, that's only one transformation. That's her regular default form. But the post-transformation is another different thing. So again, the same outfits, everything that we had in the previous form, we can have it here. Again, we can change the underwear, we can change the hair. So if you want the pre-transformation to be one thing, like a certain type of color for the hair, a certain type of underwear, but then you want this to be entirely different, that's possible. Now for the accessories, usually that stays the same no matter what transformation you're at, but for this game, I don't know if that's the case. And of course for the skin color, I don't know if that changes as well. I'm going to assume that it stays the same. I really haven't played around with it yet, this is my first time playing it, so I'll get back to you on that. And of course, you can create sets of favorites. If there's a particular setup that you really like a lot, you can save it, and then you can bring it back, which is a really easy way to just dress up your character if you don't want to go through the trouble of, you know, putting everything on them all over again. It can be quite tedious. But yeah, one of the big points of contention of this game is the intimacy mode. So if you guys have played the PlayStation 4 version of the game, you'll know that this feature does not exist because Sony, for some reason, had a problem with it as part of their brand new policy. I personally do not agree with it at all, which is why I bought the Steam version and not buy the PS4 version because, yeah, you know, I don't like it when games are censored in this way, and so I wanted to show my support by buying the actual, true, complete form of the game. So here we go. It's the horrible, demonic, satanic, obscene act of just doing this. That's it. Like that was enough for Sony or whoever be like, oh my god, get rid of it now. Even though we've had like 5 or 6 years of these games where we didn't say anything. But anyway, yeah. So you can just do that, almost like petting. You know, you can do that on their head. Do a little thingy. You can close up, by the way. So, if you press down on both analog sticks, you can summon the hands, little Mickey Mouse hands. Of course, you can eye them everywhere. Look at them. And with the hands, you can, you know, lift up the skirt and see their underwear, stuff like that. You can touch them all over with little sound effects. And of course, you can do that. I am not seeing. There we go. I was about to say, like, the Ikaruga is not responding to this at all, and she's smiling, so, you know, she's having a good time. She doesn't mind. She's saying, like, hey, Sony, what the fuck? Well, you know, I actually enjoy this. You know, I'm down with this. You know, I give you my consent. You know, don't censor this. Well, actually, okay, maybe not, but, you know, she'll get used to it. She hangs around with Katsuragi a lot, so, you know. This is just par for the course. And of course, what you can do is that you can, you know, change over to the underwear. And, you know, you can just, do the whole intimacy touching stuff when, she's in her underwear as opposed to her regular clothing. We can slap, we can squeeze and grab and all that stuff. Yeah. There are different controls for this. If you press the Y button, you can switch the rotation. So the camera angle is totally different. Now I can just go up, down, and to the sides. And then the right analog stick is to spin the character like this. But if you press the, again, there we go. So now you're more directly, it's like you're a guy moving a camera. There we go. And so now if you hold the A button, there's a, like motion sensor stuff. Which I don't think I have, because I have an Xbox 360 controller. And so I don't think that the Xbox 360 controller has any type of, like, gyroscope movement. But yeah, I think if you have a PlayStation 4 controller, then, yeah, you can definitely do some gyroscope stuff where you can turn the character around and stuff. Yeah. And so now when you do the shoulder buttons, if you do LB and RB, you can actually move the character 90 degrees. So if you have like one of those big vertical monitors, you can actually show the entire body. So this is actually fun if you have the 3DS version, or if you have a Vita, where you can flip it, you know, vertically, or even a Nintendo Switch, you know, you can do the whole vertical thing, which is fun. But if you're on a horizontal screen or on a television, that feature will practically be useless to you. Just saying. But, yeah. Alright. I don't think... Oh, no, wait. There's the kissing thing. Yeah, so you can kiss your girl if you want. So, if you guys have not noticed with the hands, you can keep grabbing and that heart keeps accumulating. So there we go. You can do that. And then you can slap the hands, grab, and get ready to live your fantasies. I mean, at least for me, because Ikariga is my favorite girl. Boop. A lot of people don't know how to do that. There we go. If it's with you, achievement unlocked. Alright, cool. So yeah, a lot of people, I am very surprised at how fucking dazed and confused people are at that segment. Because they don't realize that there's like a lip cursor that floats around and you have to aim it and press A on the mouth. But a lot of people like overshoot it, or, you know, they get too excited and stuff, and they end up screwing it up. But, you know, that's what you have to do. It's subtle, slow, don't go in too fast. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's something else that I can do here, but, I don't know, how to do it. I have forgotten. You know, you guys know that part. Okay, so if you guys have played other Senran Kagura games, then, you'll know that you can do a thing where you can actually tear off the clothing and stuff. But I have no idea how to do it. Maybe, I might not even be able to do it with this controller. But I don't know. Okay, maybe there'll be a blurb, maybe some tutorial that'll help me how to do it. I've completely forgotten how to activate that. But there we go. That big, awful thing that Sony had to cut away from the PS4 version. There we go. That is the intimacy mode. That is that horrible, horrible, demonic, awful intimacy mode. But hey, you guys can keep Mortal Kombat 11. Yeah, I'm sure that one is totally okay for all the little kiddies to play. But, you know, with this intimacy mode, god damn, dude. Protect the children, for God's sakes. But anyway, diorama mode. You feel like an idol? Because you are one. You're just as pretty as one. Alright, so here we go. This is what I'm talking about with the camera controls. So, I'm just kind of angling and tilting the camera in this way. But if I press the Y button or triangle, there we go. I can go up, down. It's a lot more, yeah, it's a little... Actually, no. Wait, what? Switch yeah, there we go. I'm switching the camera movement. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's more of a zoom in kind of thing. Yeah, so you can give poses and positions to everybody. Right now I'm controlling Ikariga, but you know, I can put her in her underwear and stuff, and do a bunch of different poses. And of course, that's another achievement. Hold that pose. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that. There we go. Power cleavage. Oh, what? Why is she gone? Why is she gone? Where's she? Oh god, I accidentally did something where now she's gone. Oh no. What? Oh, I was too close. There we go. Yeah, so you can do a whole bunch of different poses, and of course that one where she's sitting down. If you guys follow Senran Kagura fans, or, you know, the Senran International Twitter account on Twitter, then yeah, you guys will know that there's a ton of different pictures that people take. Some people even get super creative with, you know, like, they make little comics and stories with it, and yeah, you know. This is a nice thing. I personally don't use it all that much myself, but it's fun. I like that this exists, even though I almost never use it. Yeah, so the same thing applies for the Hebijo girls, is exactly the same thing. And of course, the last thing is to change your character. So yeah, there really is no point in this feature because there's only 5 girls, and all 5 of them already fit nicely in here. So I'm assuming that maybe at some point you'll unlock the Hebijo girls for access here, or maybe Yumi or whatever, and maybe then it'll make sense. But for now, this is kind of a useless feature because all 5 of them are already here. There's no need for anybody to be replaced. So yeah, that is the dressing room. I know, you will never find a YouTuber on the internet that will ever give such a thorough explanation of the dressing room or any menu in Senran Kagura than me. So there we go, come fuck with me. Okay, now we have the library hosted by Yagyu, just sitting there, being her dark, emo, broody, badass self. Yeah, oh there we go. She heard me talking about her and so she sneezed. Well, not my favorite character. I'm kind of happy that she's just there in the library. Just, yeah, just stay there in the boring part of the game. I apologize to any Yagyu fans out there, but you know, she's just not really my thing. Okay, so this is the library where you can see all of the stats for everything, basically. Total experience, all of the enemies that you've defeated, the highest combo count, linked aerial raves, parries, burst finishers, the amount of missions that you've cleared, the alphas that you've destroyed, times you have been stripped. Now, the one that I like the most, my favorite thing, is always the usage rank. That counts the number of times that you have played a certain character. So, yeah, if people don't believe you, and people say, oh man, Ikariga's not your favorite, well, you can be there and be like, oh, I've used, you know, Ikariga like 100 times as opposed to everyone else. So, yeah, I always like seeing the stats, because the numbers don't lie in telling you, you know, who you care about and who you don't care about. Now, the next thing here is just pictures. It's all just pictures. And oh yeah, there we go. So because we have a Yumi DLC, then we have her. Really choppy looking, but I think, wait, you can't even zoom in? Oh, come on, let me zoom in, please. It looks all super duper jaggy, probably because it's so high definition that the only way for us to really appreciate it is by zooming in, but I can't do that. Thank you for that. Visuals. I'm pretty sure you can buy the opening movie or something on the previous one, I don't know. Or maybe not. I'm seeing a TV icon somewhere along the line, so maybe that's where the movie is. Where, like, the opening and stuff is at. Visuals! Alright, I have no visuals. So yes, this is all stuff that you unlock by going to the shop and buying it. But we do have one DLC character, Yumi. So maybe we can use her as an example. Entry visual, Shinobi transformation, defeat visual, clothing break. Let's try one out just to see how it looks like. There we go. Guessing 30-year Yumi. Just in case you forgot how that looks like. Break that clothing. Go for it. Boom. Oh, and that's when she's transformed as well. And then the second one. All right. Yeah, it's about the same as always. And then the full strip when you're defeated, I think, yeah. Beautiful. Just the way God intended. Everything is in order here. The world is in balance. Defeat visuals? What's that? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I guess that's just when you lose, regardless of stripping. Frantic mode visuals, let's see that. I want to see that. Yeah, so you gotta press a button for that to happen, and boop! Yeah. Well, you saw the visuals for one character, congratulations, you have seen the visuals for literally everyone else. But I think Yumi is a good example. Music! So, one of the best things of this game is definitely the soundtrack. I love the soundtrack in Burst, it's really, really good. That's literally the only reason for why I bought the special edition. Because it came with the entire soundtrack and I wanted it very, very badly. I was almost going to buy the PS4 version, despite me not liking the censorship, because they actually give you the full, like 2 CDs, really cool looking CDs that come with the soundtrack. But I said, you know what, having to transfer that over to my computer is a pain in the ass because computers don't really have disk drives anymore. And so I found out that on Steam, you can just buy it digitally. So I said, fuck yeah. And so I bought it that way. But yeah, as you keep buying music and as you keep unlocking more stuff, you can go ahead and just listen to all of this. And what I appreciate more out of all of these songs is that at the side, there's always a little blurb, a description, talking about the creation of the song, what inspired it, stuff like that, and it tells you who composed it. That's always good. Give credit where it's due, because sometimes it's not the same dude. So Mutsumi Ishimura made this song, and he says, in order to showcase the fascinating image of Gessen Academy, I composed this song with an abundance of classical Japanese instruments, since they were the main focus for the sound and motif. Awesome. I love that. Voices! So if you guys wonder how do I do it for my stream alerts when I have a clip of a character saying something, this is what I do. Like, I just pause the music and I come here and I just record them say all these lines. So again, these are all Yumi's, but oh wow, you can actually do everybody's? Oh, that's awesome. All right, cool. If I remember correctly, in other previous games, I think you had to actually unlock and buy these. But here they just give it to you as a default. I think that's good. Now, one thing that I don't like is that I think in Estilo Versus and in PBS, they actually showed the subtitles of what they were actually saying in these voice clips. Here in Burst Renewal, they do not show the subtitles. I don't like that. Please, Exceed, if you're watching this video, and I don't see why you ever would, because this video is already really, really long, I can tell. Please, for God's sakes, please put out an update where you can show the subtitles in these. I really, really, really badly want to know what all of these voices actually say. I mean, of course, because of all the anime and all the Japanese things I'm into, I do catch on to some of the words, so I do eventually end up understanding what they're saying, but it takes a lot of time to struggle. So please, Hexy, just give me the subtitles. Alright, yeah. But that's basically it for this. It's literally just the voice lines if you want to hear it. Yeah. Videos, there we go. So if you guys want to, you know, watch the opening movie again, or the ending movie, or the credits, or whatever the second thing is, I don't like how there's a whole segment just for these two things. I feel like they could just combine this with the Pix menu option. But, you know, this is the way that they have always done it. I just feel like they're wasting space. But yeah, you know, it's really weird that you can't just watch it. You have to go to the shop and buy the opening movie and buy, you know, whatever the other thing is. What I assume is just like the ending credits or something like that. Yeah, it's odd, but, you know, there it is. And here are files. So all of this is lore. Everything that has to do with the story, the world, locations, characters, different terminology, stuff like that. All of that is in here. So for anybody that says that Senran Kagura has no story or no lore, show them this in the menu and tell them that they're idiots. Investigation, RE, Kurakage. So yeah, that's like that's like a wall of text all about Kurakage, and that definitely comes from the Yumi DLC. Yeah, a criminal shinobi has spent most of his life hunting and killing evil shinobi indiscriminately. Yeah, so they're basically laying out the entire story of Kurakage, if you guys don't know what that is, or if you guys have not played any of the future Senran Kagura games. If this really is your entry point, hey, you're number one just because everybody else is zero, okay? Don't even start feeling yourself. Don't think you're all nice just because it's all zero. But yeah, if you don't really, if this is your entry point, if this is your very first Senran Kagura, then yeah, I think it would be useful for you guys to read up on that if you guys are interested in the story. Alright, so that's the library. Next, the shop. Again, if you've played Shinobi vs. Estival vs. any of the Versus games, any of the PlayStation titles, usually there's a shop where there's a certain girl there handling the shop, and it shows up and you can touch her and you know, see her smiling face and everything. But sadly, again, in the original, there was never a shopkeeper. So it's literally just a fucking menu. There we go, that's the shop. There's nobody out there on the side actually hosting or anything like that. You can just see the bunny there in the back. But anyway, there's a bunch of different outfits. Again, if you've played literally any other Senran Kagura game since Estival Versus, all of these are exactly the same. The vast majority. In fact, I can very comfortably say that all of these are the same outfits that we have always had since the very beginning. Again, the same thing goes for the accessories and the hairstyles. It really does piss me off that they never really add more on top. It's always the same ones and then fucking the same DLC that they charge you for every time. Oh yeah, so opening movie, and then you have the Asuka cut-ins, all of the cut-ins, like the ones that we just saw for the Yumi stuff, but for all the other characters. Music, voices, all of the stuff is here. Other, so you have secret, what? Sec grow med. Oh, medicine. Alright, yeah, so just items that you can use in your adventures. And there we go, that's the whole shop. There will be many moments where you unlock something, quote unquote, but that doesn't mean that you can use it. When the game says that you unlock something, that just means that it's available for you to buy it in the shop. So everything that you want will cost money. Fake money, by the way, Zenny. Which is totally separate from DLC and stuff like that. Alright, now we have School Select. There's Kiriya over there, looking at the menu, wondering if he's gonna order the soup, the salad, or maybe just skip straight to dessert. Alright, so basically, if you want to change around from one storyline to the other, you do not have to go back to the main menu, or, you know, back to the opening title screen. No. Right here, you can change everything. So right now, we're on the Ultimate Shadows Hanzo School story. A story suitable for newcomers in Senran Kagura. But then we have the Burst story, which is the Hebijo one. The pre-Crimson Squad story. A different story from the perspective of the evil shinobi. And of course, we have our special Ice Queen Yumi DLC story. A story of a certain good shinobi who lost someone important. Alright. Yeah, so if you just want to switch around, you can do that right here. And we have Record. And so here we have beautiful Ikaraga wanting to grab the KP mask. Is like, should I turn into a superhero right now? Oh, that cat is not gonna get down from the tree all on his own. I must go help. I must. But I don't want to reveal my identity so quickly. Yeah, so there's kunai, throwing stars, shurikens, everywhere on the table, and the KP mask that Ikaraga is so well known for. But she must maintain her double life intact. She can't just give herself away right now. She's gonna have to be a superhero at some other time. Record! So yeah, a lot of space. An entire screen dedicated for two tiny little options. Saving and loading. So you can go ahead and save. I'm gonna save over the one that the one that I opened up a while back. So there we go, we have officially been playing for an hour. I haven't even gotten to a single fight. We've done this entire thing. I've just been giving you a tour of all the menus, and I've already been playing for an hour. Alright, so yeah, if you wanna load a save, you can go ahead and do so. There are a ton of different save files. As a matter of fact, I wanna see how many there are. Are there just 10 or are there more? Okay, there are only 10. But that's still a lot. And for a game like this, you're really not gonna need more than like fucking 3, so yeah. I sincerely doubt you're gonna have more than 10 people using the same PC wanting to play on different files. Alright, last but not least, we have Hibari, watching television, getting really into it, and then we get into like a good part. Oh my god, no, Whitebeard, why? Damn you, Blackbeard, I can't believe he... Oh, Shanks is here to stop the war. Ah, yes, oh, I love you, Shanks. Alright. So all of these are your beautiful options, and because this is the PC version on Steam, it is ever so slightly more robust than the PlayStation 4 version. So you have music, sound effects, voice, and the navigator. You guys have obviously noticed that every single time I do anything, Asuka comes in and says something. Well, that's the navigator, and you can actually change the voice of that navigator to whoever your favorite girl is. It can be Kariga.
カツラギ行くぜ
It can be Katsuragi. Anybody. It can be Yagyu, Hibari, and anybody from the Crimson Squad as well. Oh, no, wait, sorry. Heavy Joe.
ヤギュマイル
ひばり行ってきます
ホムラ出撃する
Homura. Yeah, there we go. So now we're in Heavy Joe.
ヨミ参りますわ
Yomi, Hikage,
日陰マイルで
未来行くわよ
Mirai, and then Haruka.
はるか行くわよ
And I'm pretty sure you can do Yumi because of her DLC thing.
ユミ正義のために参りましょう
There we go. You can do Yumi as well. And when all of the other characters come in as well, I'm pretty sure they'll be navigators as well.
アスカ参ります
Now, one thing that I do not like is that ever since PBS, I think, yeah, in PBS, you were able to completely randomize it. So no matter, every single time you went in and out of a menu, you would always get a different girl. I loved that option. That's probably like out of the options, that's one of my favorite things, to be able to randomize the voices. In this game, you do not have that option, which pisses me off. I don't like that, that sucks. But if I really have to choose, I'm obviously gonna go for my #1 favorite girl, Ikariga.
イカルが参ります
Daddy Mayasami voice is something that I'm never gonna get tired of. Alright, controls. So, yeah, because this is on PC, you can use a mouse and keyboard. I do not recommend that at all. If you have a controller, this works with pretty much everything. If you have a PS3 controller, I think that'll work as well. A PS4 controller works perfectly. An Xbox controller, whether it's 360 or Xbox One, will work perfectly. A Nintendo Switch Pro controller will work, but you will not see the button prompts. You know when on a tutorial or at the bottom of the screen it says, press A to save changes. That is not gonna show up for the Nintendo Switch buttons. You're gonna have to like rebind everything, but it does work. I've tried it and it does work. Right now I'm using an Xbox 360 one, wired. But yeah, you know, if you want, if it means that much to you, you can use your mouse, vertical cam, horizontal cam, lock on during the aerial rave, yeah, stuff like that. Alright, not a lot of options here, but you know. Okay, so here are all visual things. So skipping story. So I have it on disabled, but again, after you beat something once, you can skip it as many times as you want. Or you can enable it where like even like despite that, you can skip it. Yeah, so show ripped out. Okay, so this is a little odd. So when it comes to skipping the story, if you disable it, technically you can press the start button and skip it anyway. But okay, this is a little tough to explain, but I guess we'll get to that later on. But yeah, I have it on disabled right now. But even if it is on disabled, there are still ways to skip some stuff. That's all I'm gonna say for now, because if I try to explain it now without any visual aids, it'll be confusing. Alright, show ripped outfits in the story. You can either enable it, or if you have a stick up your ass, you can say disable. But I'm gonna keep it as enabled. Show changed outfits in the story. You can enable or disable. Of course, enable. Show changed accessories. You'll enable or disable. Now, unlock ultimate secret ninja art. So, yeah, if you want to, you can have your secret ninja art and use it right away instead of having to lock it out until the story tells you that you can do it. So, right now I have it on unlock, but if you lock it, you have to wait for story-specific things to happen for you to be able to do it. So, it's a lot more fun if you just unlock it. Alright, graphics. Now this is where the PC stuff really starts to come in. So you can do different display modes. You can do windowed, full screen, borderless window, or just windowed. I'm gonna keep it on windowed. Right now I'm doing this on 720p. I'm not gonna move this, but there are a whole bunch of options that you can use. Right now that's what I like to roll with, and I'm not gonna fuck with it right now. Language settings, so you can do English, French, Korean, Chinese, traditional and simplified, and Japanese. That's for the text. The voices will be exactly the same no matter what. Subtitles, you can keep them on or off. I like having them on because I like knowing what the fuck it is I'm reading, or you know, what I'm listening to. Shading, you can have really high shading, low, none. I keep it on high. Outlines, you can turn it on or off. I have it on. All of this is on default. Anisotropic filter, I have it off. Anti-aliasing, VSync. You can limit the frame rate to whatever you want. Right now I have it at 60, and you guys on the YouTube video should be able to see it on 60 as well, but you can bring it down to 30 if you want. Graphical presets, I have it on medium, and even then it looks already kind of beautiful. You can bump all of this up even higher, from what I understand, but I honestly don't need anything more than this. This is already pretty great. Key bindings. So, again, if you guys are using your keyboard, gamepad, your mouse, all of this is already automatically, set up for it to be comfortable and good. But, if you guys want to change the buttons to a certain thing, then you guys are more than free to do so. I'm going to leave things as they are. Alright, save changing and quit. There we go.
どれにしましょうか
And there we go. If I press exit, that flat out exits you out of the game. This is not like exit to the main menu or the title screen or anything like that. No. If you exit, you are exiting out of the entire game and it'll take you back to Steam. Alright. With that said, that is literally... Oh, no, wait. No, we're not done yet. We're not... I was about to freaking round it off and be like, okay, that about does it. Nope. We're still not done. This game is packed with stuff. There's still more shit to look at. We still haven't looked at the character select. So, yeah. So when you go here, you can switch to any of the characters that you want, and every single one has its own illustration. And so, something that is really, really cool that I did not know about until I saw a live stream that Xseed was doing is that if you use the D-pad and you go left and right, you can actually change the illustrations to the original Senran Kagura burst illustration from before, which has a much more simplified, prettier... Well, I mean, I personally like this art style a lot. I think it's really, really nice. You can maintain the original burst thing. And I think this one is from Deep Crimson. I think. Don't quote me on that. Or actually, this one might be from Skirting Shadows. And this one is from Burst. And then this one is the most recent Burst Renewal one, which is a lot more aggressive, a lot more dynamic, a lot more loud, I guess, with far, far more detailing than, this one. I have a soft spot for this one. This really does seem to me like it's like, okay, the beginning of the story, as opposed to here where it really looks like they've already been through a lot. But, yeah, for example, with this one, yeah, I think, Skirting Shadows and Burst, or is this Deep Crimson? I don't know. I feel like this is the Deep Crimson thing, but I don't know. Yeah, I like keeping the original one. So this is Hikaya. This one already looks pretty goddamn awesome, but, you have this one and this one. Yeah, cool. With Mirai's one, oh my god. Wow. I love this Mirai one. That, you cannot deny that looks like a fucking cock and balls right there. Right in between her legs, two big balls on the bottom and one giant thing protruding out of it. Jesus Christ, man. Mirai is definitely overcompensating for something. But there we go. We have a much more subtle, much more, like, not in your face, thing for, Senran Kagura Burst. And I think this is, Deep Crimson. Or is this Shinobi Versus? Goddamn, I don't know. This second, illustration, I forget where it's from. Please, in the comments, let me know what the second illustration is, because I forget. The first one is definitely, from Burst, or maybe, again, I never played Skirting Shadows, so maybe that one had a totally different illustration. I'm assuming that because, it's Burst, this one is Burst, and then this one is Deep Crimson. I'm just assuming that. But anyway, yeah, Haruka. Jesus Christ, Haruka. But yeah, this one, and then this one. Yeah. And then Yumi. So, of course, because Yumi did not exist in Skirting Shadows or Burst or Deep Crimson, she's brand new. She does not have alternate illustrations. No, she does not have, like, Shinobi Versus or Astival Versus illustrations. She just has this one, which is a little sad. But, look at that. That's a pretty damn awesome thing, anyway. And so, yeah, this applies for everybody. Yeah, this is, oh, yeah, this is definitely Deep Crimson. Yeah, Burst and Deep Crimson for Ikariga as well, same thing. And then Katsuragi, yeah, all of these. For Yagyu, you have this one and this one. I actually like Yagyu here. She looks nice there. And then Hibari, this one looks a little bit too wild. I mean, come on. There we go. You see, these ones make more sense to me. And so the best part about this is that if you leave it like that, that's how it's gonna stay. You know, it's not a thing of like, oh, you can just look at it and that's it. No, like you can have it like that and keep it, which is awesome. All right, so another thing that you can do is that you can confirm your abilities, which is just looking at the tech list, showing all of the different flow, all the different, you know, combos and stuff that you can do. You have something called a style bloom. A style bloom is when you unlock a special technique after reaching a certain level of mastery, whether it's in yin or the yang style. Yeah, so there are different styles, yin and yang, which is pre-transformation and post-transformation, I think. Oh, no. I think it's just transformation and frantic mode, yeah. When you fight in post-transformation, your yang style mastery increases. And then when you go for frantic, that's yin. Yin and yang have different passive perks, which will stay active once unlocked. Alright, so fun fact, in the original Senran Kagura Burst, there was no flash mode. So there was yin, yang, and flash in most of the other Senran Kagura games. And flash was your default, like, style with your regular uniform without any transformations at all. But that was not introduced until, I think, Shinobi Versus. But here in Burst, it was only yin and yang. But even now, they're integrating the flash. But the flash is not like a bar that you can keep growing, you know? Here is just yin and yang. Alright, and so there's another thing that you can do where you can use secret growth medicine. I don't know what that is, and they're not letting me do that right now because I don't have any secret growth medicine. I'm assuming those are just experience points that they give you so that you can level up faster. That is my assumption. But yeah, maybe over time we will see what the hell it is. But yeah, if I want to go for a different character, all I can do is just select it, and that's it. Alright, so confirm abilities. Aw man, I'm wondering if there's actually like a bio or something for these characters. Maybe on the options menu where we saw all the lore. Maybe we'll see something. But yeah, when you see all the change in styles and you see all of the growth, you can see all of the different perks that you gain for every single time you level up all of these things. So the more you fight in your transform state or the more you fight in frantic mode, the faster you're gonna grow these things and the more benefits and abilities you're gonna have. Which, yeah, you'll be happy that you did because, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of moments where you're gonna be fighting in higher difficulties and a lot of these things are gonna be fairly helpful for you along the way. So pick a favorite character and start growing her up. You'll be happy that you did. Now, I do recommend that you play as everybody, but you know, if there's one particular girl that you like, then it might be good for you to actually develop her and, you know, use her to the best of your abilities so that you can level her up as fast as possible and have a bit of a, you know, like a tank or like a last resort, you know, for whenever you're in a tough spot. But there you go. That, in a very, very big and long nutshell, is the entirety of the Senran Kagura Burst Renewal game, menu-wise. I have explained every single menu, every single option, everything, all of the stuff within the dressing, you know, the missions, the training, the dressing room I've already shown, the library, the shop to buy stuff, school select to change different stories. Now, when you move over to the Hebijo side of things, it is exactly the same. So don't think that there's gonna be different menu options and stuff. It's all the same. The only thing that's different is obviously the characters. It is on an entirely different room with a different set of character quirks that you can see when you switch to all the different menu options. These are all the options on the Hanzo side, but on the Hebijo side is totally different. And of course, it's all character specific and fun to look at and very well animated. So yeah, I do recommend that you have fun with that. But all of the different options are exactly the same, so don't worry about it. Okay, so after that really long guided tour of Senran Kagura, we're finally gonna actually play the game. But I'm actually gonna take a break first because I've been talking for about an hour just about the menus. And I need to go take a break. My throat is killing me. Also, I'm doing laundry as I'm recording this video, and I need to go and shove all of my clothing into the dryer, so I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna go walk around a little bit, take a, you know, have a little glass of water, and I'll come back for sure, and we will definitely get the story rolling. What do you say? Chapter 1. There we go, combat practice. Now, of course, this is a Asuka-specific mission, So we're gonna switch over to Asuka, but with the shoulder buttons, you can change to everybody, even to the Heavy Joe ones. You can even change to Yumi if you want. You can change to everybody, but because this is our first time going through this, we're gonna be forced to do Asuka, and we can't skip the story or anything until we beat it once. So, yeah. Next time on Senran Kagura Burst Renewal, we're finally gonna kick off the story. Please feel free to skip this entire episode if it wasn't to your liking or if this is not what you're interested in. Now, of course, I'm saying this right at the end of the video, so what's the point of me even saying that? But anyway, next episode, we're definitely gonna start, and we're gonna kick all the story into high gear, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy yourselves. Hopefully you do, because I know that a lot of people tend to discover Senran Kagura based on, you know, a bunch of YouTubers playing the game for the first time and stuff like that. For some people, their entry point was SW Versus, for some of them was PBS, for some of them was, you know, spin-offs and stuff like that, and not like real, honest-to-God, like, you know, true Senran Kagura games. And so I'm finally happy that there's like a new game that is actually the start of the story. So maybe hopefully people can get into it, and they can join us in this adventure, just like, you know, how I did it when I started out with Shinobi Versus, and then I went back to the 30S and stuff. Yeah, alright. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, and of course you can subscribe, hit that bell icon, comment whatever you want, and of course, you can follow any of the social media links down in the description below. And I will see you guys next time where we finally get this adventure going on Senran Kagura Burst Renewal. See you next time, bye-bye.